Sorry, girls, the video had some call interruption because of which it got cut. So I'm continuing with the next one. Creativity and anxiety show a positive correlation. Okay, so what is this positive correlation of creativity with anxiety? So, what is the meaning of anxiety? It is a feeling of worry or nervousness or uneasiness. Okay, so this can actually go positive with your creativity, as in anxiety. You will know, if you are going to be creative, you will know how to handle your anxiety. You will be able to manage your anxiety. Okay, so that particular emotion can be controlled. Then the next one is creativity rests more on divergent thinking rather than convergent thinking. So what is this divergent thinking and convergent thinking? So divergent thinking is when you're going to think differently in different directions. Okay, convergent thinking is all about that a definite approach. You limit yourself. You move towards only one point. So when you move only towards one point, you would not be able sometimes to draw solutions. Rather, when you're going to think differently and develop this attitude of different thinking from different directions, so possibly you will come up with various solutions to solve the problems. So creativity is more divergent. The next one is creativity and intelligence do not necessarily go hand in hand. I already told you, to be creative you need not be intelligent. Okay, so creativity can be there in a person who is not intelligent also. That's why I told you it can be innate, something which is there for you as God's gift. So when you're not going to be intelligent by being more educated or imparted with more knowledge, still you can be creative. Do you understand? So therefore, you need to strike that mind and know whether you're creative or not. So do not bother if you're highly intelligent, if you are like have good high scores and all that. It can come to anybody. Next one is sociability and creativity are negatively correlated. So don't think that only when you are going to be social, very social, and mingle with all the people around and get to know and like research about them, then you will be able to be creative. No. Okay, so creative individuals do not have a greater sensitivity to the society, the social environment. Okay, uh, they would not have that like the obstacles of people and like what they say, what they would tell, and what will they think. So such kind of social environment is not got any kind of an impact on creativity. So you should not have that positive correlation with the society, rather have a negative correlation or connection. Is that clear? So these are all the various characteristics of creativity, girls. So we'll continue with one more small topic on creativity, that is elements of creativity. So what are the various elements? So elements are made a mention here. We have three elements. But before that, few points are made a mention. That is, creativity is the ability to generate large number of relevant ideas. Okay. See, if there is one problem, for that one problem itself, you would come up with various solutions for the same. So that is what is generating, okay, large number of relevant ideas continuously for one particular problem. So if there is a problem, you should not think from only one perspective. That is what is convergent and divergent. For a same problem, come up with various solutions. Look at that problem from various directions. You understand? So you will be able to come up with at least a solution from one direction. If you're being convergent, you would not be able to come up with a solution quickly. Okay, so the next point says you will have the ability to view an aspect from different perspectives, different approaches. Okay, then the other point, it's all one and the same. It is relevant to each other. So the ability to produce unusual, novel answers for a question. Okay, not giving the general answers which will usually be given, but trying to give a different answer. okay, for a question. Then the ability to face challenges thrown in a complex situation and enjoy your efforts. So when a complex situation confronts you, if you are a creative person, you will try to enjoy that complexity rather than really worrying at the same. Okay, so these are certain elements, girls. First one is intellectual ability. Okay, so it includes the ability to view a problem or a situation from different angles. Okay, and the ability to avoid the conventional thinking, the general thinking. Okay, so for a creative person, one of the important element is intellectual ability. It's not talking about your intelligence, but it talks about the creativity in your intelligence. That is, you should not think like how everybody will think, but you'll have to think differently from different angles. Creativity does not emerge from ignorance. Okay, if you are not innately creative, meaning if you are not by birth creative, or if it's not a god given gift for you, so that you should just not ignore it there and leave it, but rather, even if you don't have that skill, try to impart that skill and try to practice on that skill, train on that skill is something which is important. Do you understand? So creativity will emerge only when you are not ignorant. You must have adequate knowledge and try to use that knowledge and put it to action. Okay, next one is confidence is vital for being creative. Yes, some people are creative, but they're not confident. That is, they will have, even in a class, if you're asking questions, people will have some answer to give, but their confidence stopped them from giving the answer. Do you understand? Meaning, when they are not confident enough, when that self confidence is not there in them, they will not be able to be creative. So I'll close today's class by giving you an example. So the best example for creativity that you can take into consideration is one of the famous businesses today. Okay, one of the successful business today is your Cave Coffee Day. Okay, so drinking a coffee is part and parcel of every human life today, isn't it? Okay, but that coffee was taught innovatively and creatively by Cave Coffee Day. So with their quote that usually they have, okay, saying a lot can happen over a coffee. If you would have said that in front of Coffee Day, so on that board it will be written, a lot can happen over a coffee. So they just brought about innovation and creativity in a coffee, which is like taken by every individual, isn't it? So coming with lots of innovations there. So that's the best example you can take it for creativity, girls. And today it's a very successful business. So nobody would have thought every hotel today serves coffee, isn't it? So nobody would have thought of this innovation just with the coffee to come up with a cave itself, isn't it? So they allow you to really sit there, relax, and the kind of ambience that they give you. Okay, the various what to say amenities that they provide with that nice seating arrangements and that pleasant environment, and they allow you sit for even a longer period of time, talk, just by taking coffee. Look, it's a very successful business. Probably the rates are higher, of course, it's for their profit margins, but they are a very successful business only because of their creativity. Do you understand? So this is an example for creativity, girls. So we will continue with creativity also in the next class because we have various concepts to see on creativity. Okay, so this is the first class for you all on creativity with the topics meaning, introduction, characteristics, and elements of creativity. If you have any doubts, you can clarify. Thank you.